Welcome back to 10 Slide Info. It was a memorable moment for Indian Air Force and for all defense lovers. Since yesterday, which is April 2nd, 2022, Indian Air Force celebrated the Diamond Jubilee event of the Chetak helicopters with a grand conclave. Defense Minister Rajnath Singh inaugurated a conclave hosted by the Indian Air Force to mark 60 years of service by Chetak helicopter with the Indian Air Force. The Diamond Jubilee celebrations were held at the Akhimpet Air Force Station, and along with Rajnath Singh, the Chief of the Air Staff, Air Chief Marshal V.R. Chowdhury, and Training Command Air Marshal Manavendra Singh were present, along with other distinguished dignitaries and senior officers of the Defence Forces. Rajnath Singh released a special cover, a coffee table book, and a memorial movie on Chetak helicopters on this particular occasion. He also highlighted the magnificent performance of the Chetak helicopter both during peace and in conflict in the past 6 decades. The reason for making this particular video is to discuss the major decision which should be taken by the Indian Air Force and the other defense forces post this particular event is to retire these Chetak helicopters with a good name. We had been hearing news about helicopter crashes recently, and those involving these Chetak helicopters were also more. Even though the Defense Minister acknowledged the immense contribution of all those involved in keeping the machine flying successfully, the reality is that these Chetak helicopters are aged enough to be retired at the earliest. Just like we had been stressing the government of India to retire the MiG-21 fighter jets from Indian Air Force fighter fleet, the same way Indian Defence Forces should seriously consider retiring these Chetak and Cheetah helicopters from service at the earliest. This decision is very vital for the safety of Indian pilots who are so talented that they shouldn't be killed in such a delayed decision. The Chetak and Cheetah helicopters still operates across all the terrain and is the basic training helicopter for pilots of the 3 services, and this should be stopped at the earliest, and India should think of replacing them with another set of helicopters at the earliest. The Cheetah and Chetak helicopters, which are considered as a lifeline of troops in the high altitude areas, including the Siachen Glacier, are being cleared for flying in batches by Hindustan Aeronautics Limited after carrying out a comprehensive safety check. There are plans to replace these helicopters with Russian Ka-226T light utility choppers, but the deal is not moving at an expected pace, so as of now, Hindustan Aeronautics Limited will be replacing them with advanced light helicopters and also light utility helicopters. Hopefully, let Indian Defence Forces retire these aged Chetak and Cheetah helicopters at the earliest and save the lives of talented Indian pilots. Thanks for visiting 10 Slide Info. Stay tuned to 10 Slide Info for more defense and aviation related updates. Thank you.